Hello everyone, this is Force Live Clone here, back with another video. It is 11 p.m. Eastern Time, June 19th, 2023. In this discussion, we're going to be talking about two systems that we are watching which could bring an imminent threat to the Leeward Islands within the next couple of days. And right here we have the one and only Tropical Storm BRET right over here. Winds at around 40 miles per hour. As you can see, it's moving west at around 18 miles per hour. So it is moving pretty fast with pressure at around 1008 millibars. So you can see this is expected to get stronger. And as you can see, the water vapor loop from thanks to tropicaltidbits.com, you can see it getting way better organized. You can see that thunderstorm activity starting to pop up, and that's counterclockwise spin. The center is right over here. Some people can't really detect the center just yet, but we do expect this to become a hurricane with winds at around 75 to 80 miles per hour. As you can see right over here, we do have Invest 92L, 93L actually. This was 92L. Now this is Tropical Storm BRET. We do have Invest 93L. It is moving west along with Tropical Storm BRET. It does have winds at around 23 to 25 miles per hour. It is still weak. It's not even a tropical depression yet. So only area we're watching for real is Tropical Storm BRET, which has an imminent threat to the Leeward Islands within the next couple of days, bringing some heavy rainfalls, maybe some hurricane force winds, and some heavy waves, strong waves, maybe some couple feet of waves throughout their shoreline, as you can see right over here. So this is the water vapor loop. It does look very, very organized, as you can see right over here. Way better organized than the past couple of days. Has gotten this act together, as you can see right over here. Invest 93L has just developed. You see, it does need a little bit of work, but we do have that strong convection of thunderstorm activity uh, uh, detected with Invest 93L, as you can see right over here. This was a tropical wave that has just emerged off the western coast of Africa, moving west along with Tropical Storm BRET, as you can see right over here. And look at the long wave. We can look at a closer view what these systems actually look like. Thanks to tropicaltidbits.com, this will load up. Um, yeah, I'm waiting for this to load up. But thanks to tropicaltidbits.com, we can look at the long wave, as you can see right over here. That's not loaded up right now, but this is the water vapor imagery. You can see it looks well defined, as you can see right over here, spinning at a counterclockwise spin, as you can see right over here. So this is showing that this could be a stronger system. It is not at its peak yet. It is still expected to get stronger. It is only 11 p.m. at night, and maybe by tomorrow and the next day or so, it could become a hurricane, as you can see right over here. It is moving through those warm bodies of water, and that wind shear is very, very low, as you can see right over here. And as you look, this is from the National Hurricane Center as of 10:36 p.m. Eastern Time, June 19, 2023. As you can see, we're watching those two systems. Tropical Storm BRET right over here with winds at around 40 miles per hour. This is advisory number 3. Central pressure, like I said, of 1008 millibars, located 11.4 degrees north, 43.5 degrees west, moving west at 18 miles per hour. So the speed of this system has gone down a little. That doesn't mean that it's not going to impact the Leeward Islands within the next couple of days. And you can see we do have a disturbance 93L, as you can see, whatever Invest 93L, located 700 miles south of the Cabo Verde Islands, continues to produce a large area of disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity. Environmental conditions appear to become favorable. So what that means is within the next couple of days, where it's moving west, it doesn't detect that it is going to develop due to those favorable environments. That means low wind shear and some warmer waters is expected to move into. We do have some deep warmer waters, as you can see right over here near the Caribbean, as you can see right over here. So as this moves throughout the Caribbean, it could uh, maintain its strength, but we do have some dry air and a lot of wind shear throughout the Caribbean. So most models are saying it should dissipate as it moves throughout the Leeward Islands and the Lesser Antilles within the next couple of days later this week, as you can see right over here. You can see it has a 60% chance of developing within the next 7 days, but a 50% chance of developing within the next 48 hours, as you can see right over here. So this could develop moving westward at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And if you look at the 2-day graphical outlook, you can see this is what Invest 93L looks like, getting better organized. You can see right over here that most of the strongest shower and thunderstorm activity is still west of this system, but it is expected to intensify, as you can see right over here, with pressure with the center, I meant, right around here. As you can see, this could become a tropical depression within the next 2 to 7 days. So you guys watch out for that. This will be tropical depression 4, and if this does develop, it'll be tropical storm Cindy. That's our next name, since we already got BRET on the list. So we do have 2 names off the list. As you can see right over here, this is likely to become Cindy, I should say. in the Atlantic. In the Eastern Pacific, as usual, we do not have anything to develop. That disturbance that was in the Eastern Pacific has dissipated due to some cooler waters and some wind shear that is really strong within the Eastern Pacific. Central Pacific, as usual, nothing to discuss within the Central Pacific. Only area we are watching is Tropical Storm BRET. If we click here, you can see BRET is forecasted to strengthen as it moves throughout the Lesser Antilles near hurricane intensity, maybe Thursday or Friday, as you can see right over here. And it's expected to bring some strong wind, dangerous storm surge, along with waves and some heavy rainfall, as you can see right over here. I expect this to be definitely some bringing some strong winds and some heavy waves, as you can see right over here. The winds expected to be strong. You look at the cone map, as you can see right over here, it's expected to be a hurricane for about 2 days and approach you guys. The Leeward Islands are right up here in the Eastern Caribbean as a tropical storm. So as you can see right over here, it has gone down a little bit, but becoming a tropical hurricane and impacting the Leeward Islands. As you can see, the hurricane probability has gone out further back a little, so we could expect some tropical storm force winds impacting the Lesser Antilles and the Eastern Caribbean within the next couple of days. But as you can see right over here, we are still at that tropical storm force intensity of winds are around 40 miles per hour. As you can see right over here, moving west at 18 miles per hour. If you look at the wind probability, this is the tropical storm force winds probability. It's basically 100%. We could see some tropical storm force winds probability, especially around the center, as you can see right over here. And as we the storm approaches the Lesser Antilles, we could see some tropical storm force winds, especially. It is not at its peak yet. It's still expected to intensify. 58-mile-per-hour winds, as you can see right over here, is possible within the next couple of days. So we could see some 58-mile-per-hour wind speed, as you can see right over here, 50 knot, I should say. And hurricane force winds still at a low 5% chance, 5%, as you can see right over here. So we do not expect any hurricane force winds to impact the Lesser Antilles as of right now. Most of the hurricane force winds stay out to sea, mostly east of the Lesser Antilles, as you can see right over here. In arrival time, you could see this arrive maybe Thursday morning and impact maybe Puerto Rico and the Haiti Dominican Republic with some heavy rain. It may be a remnant, as you can see right over here. We do have a lot of dry air and wind shear throughout the Eastern Caribbean, especially, as you can see right over here. Still tropical storm, as you can see right over here, expected to intensify still. We could see Hurricane BRET within the next couple of days with the winds at around 75 to 80 miles per hour. We did have a wind history of some tropical storm force winds, a line of tropical storm force winds, and we still expect some tropical storm force winds as this system it still intensifies maybe later this week as it dissipates within the Caribbean due to wind shear and some dry air, as you can see right over here. So this is from the National Hurricane Center. As you can go back over here, let's look at FS 92L, FS 93L. As you can see, this is a newly tropical wave that has just emerged off the west coast of Africa. It has a high chance of developing within the next 2 to 7 days. So I'll keep an eye on this storm. You can look at the GFS model thanks to tropicaltidbits.com. So this is as of right now. There goes FS 93L. There goes tropical storm BRET, as you can see right over here. They're both moving at the same rate. We do have that high pressure system just north of these two areas, and that is going to steer the system to the west towards the Leeward Islands. As you can see over here, GFS model, it was intense not 24 hours ago, but it has agreed with some of the regular models like the European model that this is going to go through the Lesser Antilles into the Eastern Caribbean, not more north, as you can see right over here. So GFS model brings tropical storm BRET right over here, maybe a weak hurricane, category 1 hurricane, and a strong tropical storm, nothing too major from the GFS model, and moving right through the Lesser Antilles as maybe a tropical storm, maybe still a tropical storm, as you can see right over here. And we do have maybe future tropical storm Cindy right over here, or tropical depression 4, depends on what the track says. And we are still too far out to say this could be Cindy right over here, but probability from the National Hurricane Center gives it a 60% chance within the next 7 days. So we could see a system as it is moving through some warm waters and some deep warm waters. You can see right over here. I'll be showing you guys that later in the video. As you can see, the GFS model does take a tropical storm BRET. Right now, it is a tropical storm. It was just a hurricane, as it forecasted from the National Hurricane Center, and mainly impacting the northern tip of the Leeward Islands, impacting Puerto Rico and Haiti and Dominican Republic. Maybe a remnant, as you can see right over here, it does tend to get a little bit weaker due to some dry air and some wind shear, as you can see right over here, moving through across the Puerto Rico panhandle with some bringing some heavy rain and some gusty winds, as you can see right over here. So Lesser Antilles, these islands of the Caribbean, please watch out for this system. Keep please keep a close eye on Tropical Storm Brett because it is nearing you guys within the next couple days. It may not seem like nothing. It's expected to intensify to a hurricane, not really impacting you guys as of right now, but maybe a strong tropical storm. Winds at around maybe 70 to 60 miles per hour. So Leeward Islands, maybe all the islands in the lesser in the Caribbean, please watch out for Tropical Storm Brett. Not really watch out. I'm not saying that it could impact you guys significantly, but it could bring some heavy rainfall, especially some storm surge, as you can see right over here, as the GFS model does take it, especially north of the Leeward Islands and the Lesser Antilles, just right on the edge of Puerto Rico, right over here, bringing some heavy rain and some strong winds, as you can see right over here. And GFS model does take this out to move out to the north, maybe impacting Bermuda within the next couple of days, but some heavy rainfall, but unlikely. That is unlikely. As you can see, this is Invest 93L, as you can see right over here. Not expected to impact the Leeward Islands, as you can see right over here, moving sharply to the north. As you can see, we may see a stronger system within that. But as you can see right over here, that's about it from the GFS model. Now, the European model is kind of saying the same thing, but not really going out that far as usual. Let's look on the European model. As you can see right over here, this is tropicaltidbits.com. Thanks to them. As you can see, we do have that Azores high over here, right just north of these two disturbances right over here. You can see there goes Invest 93L and there goes Tropical Storm Brett. And as you can see, the European model does keep this more weaker than the GFS model. You can see pressure out around 1006, going down on at least 1006, 1005, as you can see right over here. There you go. Just at the doorstep of the Leeward Islands, bringing some heavy rainfall to mainly the southern parts of the Windward Islands right over here. As you can see right over here, moving straight through, expected to move west just like the GFS model and move straight through the Leeward Islands. You can see right over here, bringing some heavy rainfall. This mainly looks like a rain event from the European model. This mainly looks like a rain event, as you can see right over here. Maybe a tropical depression or tropical storm. Maybe still tropical storm Brett, as you can see right over here. But the European model system does look a little weaker with Invest 93L stronger than what Brett is right now. The European model does see that Invest 93L does get a little bit stronger than Brett does as it approaches the Leeward Islands, encountering some wind shear, some dry air, as you can see right over here. And as you look right over here, the GFS model, this is the humidity. We do have some dry air north of these two areas we are watching. This is the GFS model. As you can see right over here, it is kind of wrapped around moisture. It is kind of wrapped around the center. As you can see right here, it is get better organized. And as you can see right over here, that wind shear and that dry air kind of push that the thunderstorm activity kind of east of Brett, as you can see right over here, kind of starting to weaken in the storm. That's why it becomes a tropical storm again after it becomes a hurricane within the next couple of days, approaching the Leeward Islands, as you can see right over here. And the GFS model does say it does get a little bit weaker, impacting Puerto Rico with some heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds, maybe some tropical depression force winds or tropical storm force winds, as you can see right over here. And we do see Invest 93L strengthening and moving more northward, as you can see, mainly becoming a fish storm. So the Leeward Islands and the Caribbean islands, as you can see right over here, does not expect a round two from the Invest 93L. It is expected to make that northward turn, as you can see right over here. So basically, the GFS model, it basically sees that dry air trying to kind of encountering that system, mainly pushing the thunderstorm activity starting more to the west, as you can see right over here. I mean, the east of the storm, as you can see right over here, and mainly due because that wind shear. You look at the wind shear model, right around here. That wind shear is expected to get strong as it approaches the Leeward Islands. As you can see, there goes Tropical Storm Brett right over here. There goes Invest 93L, as you can see right over here, moving at the same rate west, but this system is expected to go north as of the GFS model. As you can see right over here, there goes Tropical Storm Brett. You can see that wind shear starts to get stronger from the GFS model. So the GFS model is seeing a weak system than from yesterday, seeing a system that maybe a category 3, category 4, which was ridiculous. That is not expected to happen, as you can see right over here. And as you can see, it does affect the northern tip of the Leeward Islands, not really the southern tip. And that wind shear is going to start ripping that storm apart. As you can see, that wind shear is moving from the west to the east, pushing towards the storm, and it's going to start weakening the storm. You do have a lot of dry air in the Caribbean right now. It is supposed to bring some rain, much needed rain for the northern part of the Caribbean, including the Leeward Islands. We are dealing with a drought right now, and mainly this system is expected to be a washout, as you can see right here. Maybe some gusty winds, tropical storm force winds, but that's about it. Nothing really major. Nothing like a hurricane. Nothing like hurricane force winds is not detected as of right now. Well, we could see some hurricane force winds. It is way too far out to say what will exactly happen. But we do see a lot of wind shear throughout the Caribbean as this tropical storm Brett approaches, as you can see right up here. The GFS model kind of ripped the storms apart, rip the storm apart, as you can see right over here. As we go back here, let's look at the European model. The European model, of course, is saying the same thing. As you can see right over here, you have this two areas we are watching. There goes Invest 93L, and there goes Tropical Storm Brett. As you can see right over here, as it moves, moving much slower. As you can see right over here, it is moving much slower. It is starting to dissipate before it even approaches the Leeward Islands. You can see right over here. So this might just be a rain out event, especially for the south of the Windward Islands. As you can see right over here, just mainly a rain event. The European model does see this kind of dissipating before it even approaches the Leeward Islands. As you can see right over here, I don't think it's because of that dry air that it encounters in that wind shear. We go back right over here. You can look at the wind shear model. We could find it. Wind shear. There you go. The wind shear model, there is a lot of wind shear throughout the Caribbean. You can see all that wind shear. This is June 17th. Go further up a little bit. You can see the storm is keeping its potential of becoming a hurricane. Maybe this is a tropical storm right around now, but hurricane intensity throughout the European model is very unlikely. As you can see right over here, you got Invest 93L following right behind it. As you can see, that wind shear start to kick in and start to dissipate this system. A tropical storm Brett, as you can see right over here, there goes 93L, still maintaining its system, mainly moving west. As you can see right over here, maybe a tropical storm right over here, or tropical depression moving west towards the Leeward Islands. I don't know where this is going to go. As of the European model, it does not go out that far as for chocolatetips.com, but I do expect this system to probably move more northward from, as of the GFS model is saying also. As you can see by the way, that wind shear around this system, it is helping out with the outflow of Invest 93L, as you can see right here. But as of June 23rd, Friday, next Friday, you can see Tropical Storm Brett is probably a remnant, as you can see right up here, bringing some shower and thunderstorm activity to the Eastern Caribbean, as you can see right up here. So that's both of those models. Like you look at the HRF model, Tropical Storm Brett, you can see right over here, the HRF model is kind of intense and kind of aggressive with Tropical Storm Brett. So as of right now, it's just June 20th, as you can see right over here, we do experience maybe 46 to 50 knots of winds just kind of north of the system. As you can see right over here, it's tropical storm. And you can see the HRF model does see this as becoming a hurricane, Category 1 hurricane right now, approaching the Leeward Islands as maybe a Category 2, Category 3 major hurricane, which is very unlikely. As you can see right here, the HRF model is seeing this being too aggressive. It is not likely going to happen. So don't freak out, people in the Leeward Islands. It's not expected to become a Category 2, Category 3 hurricane impacting you guys within the next couple of days. This may be a tropical storm. Just watch out. Much needed rain for you guys. So this may just be a watch out. Maybe some tropical storm force winds, not really hurricane winds, as you can see right over here. So the Europe HRF model does see this system becoming a strong system, maybe Category 2, Category 3 hurricane, impacting the Windward Islands, the Leeward Islands, as you can see right up here, moving throughout the Caribbean, maybe impacting Puerto Rico, especially the eastern parts of Puerto Rico. Well, as of June 25th, so this is next week, as you can see right over here. More than likely, that is not going to happen. It is very, very aggressive on this system, Tropical Storm Brett, as you can see right over here. It looks very, very small, but very, very organized, as you can see right over here. You look at the moisture, the rain probability, you can see the rainfall inches. You can see right now it is very, very disorganized, but as you can see, as we get into the next couple of days, this is Wednesday, you can see most of the rain wrap system. It is very a rain wrap system, as you can see right over here. You can see the outflow from the south and the north, as you can see right over here. That counterclockwise spin, it does get very, very organized, and it does make it look very, very intense, the HRF model. But as you can see right over here, it's too far out to say that this will become this. More than likely, it's not going to become a strong Category 2, Category 3 hurricane like this model is intending it to be. If you look at another model, as you can see right over here, let's look at the HMON model. HMON model. As you can see right over here, let's go to the wind. As you can see, HMON model. As you can see right now, it is mainly a tropical. It is a tropical storm, looking very, very weak, as you can see right over here. But HMON model does saying it could become maybe a hurricane. June 25th is Thursday. It is expected to become a hurricane on Thursday, as you can see right over here. You can see moving closer to the Leeward Islands, north of the Leeward Islands, you can see what over here. Maybe a tropical storm, tropical depression, not really that intense as the HRF model is saying. So the HRF model is kind of corresponding to what is exactly supposed to happen. As you can see right here, as from the National Hurricane Center, you can see wind knots maybe at a 64 to 80 wind knots, as you can see right over here. Maybe category one strength, as you can see right over here, moving throughout the northern tip of the Leeward Islands, moving away slightly eastward away from Puerto Rico, as you can see right over here. This is the HR model. You can see it is not really as impressive as it reaches the Leeward Islands, as you can see right over here. But we do expect this system to intensify to a hurricane for the next 2 days. That's Wednesday and Thursday, as you can see right over here. Look at another model right over here. Let's look at the GFS model. GFS model has gone down to what it's actually supposed to be. GFS model yesterday was intending this to be a Category 3, Category 4 major hurricane. That's more than likely not going to happen. You can see the GFS model does keep this at maybe a tropical storm, maybe a brief hurricane right now, but GFS model does keep this as a very disorganized storm impacting the Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico with some tropical storm force winds, maybe a tropical depression force winds, but that's about it. As you can see the Leeward Islands not expected to get severely impacted by a hurricane, maybe a tropical storm, as you can see by the tropical storm BRET, not really impacted by a hurricane, as you can see right over here. As you look at the tracks, this is from the tropicaltidbits.com. Most of the models do take it through the Leeward Islands into the Eastern Caribbean, maybe making that sharp turn towards Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico as a weak tropical storm, maybe tropical depression, as you can see right over here. Don't expect this to intensify into a major storm. There's a lot of wind shear and dry air throughout the Eastern Caribbean, especially. And as you can see, we do look at another track. You can see most of the systems that curve it away to the north are much stronger, but most of the systems that move into the Caribbean right over here are much weaker, as you can see right over here. Tropical depression, tropical storm. So Leeward Islands, you are not expecting to be hit by a hurricane as of right now. Maybe a tropical storm, a high-end tropical storm, a low-end tropical depression, as you can see right over here. So Leeward Islands still watched tropical storm BRET. It is headed towards your area, as you can see right over here. You've got another intensity model. You can see tropical storm BRET is now, most of the models do see this becoming staying a tropical storm, maybe a brief category 1 hurricane, but most of the models after yesterday it was like category 2, category 3. Now they're down to a tropical storm. As you can see, I do agree this could majority of this storm could be tropical storm force winds, maybe a category 1 hurricane, brief category 1 hurricane force winds, as you can see, maybe 80 to 90 miles per hour, but not affecting Leeward Islands, as you can see right here. Maybe staying out to sea before it even hits the Leeward Islands as a hurricane. As you can see, the model track is right here. I'll show you guys the track. You can see right over here, this is the track, latest track from the National Hurricane Center. We do expect it to be a hurricane before even approaching the Leeward Islands, and as it approaches the Leeward Islands, we can see a tropical storm. Sorry, it's still tropical storm BRET, a low-end tropical storm, as you can see right over here. So I will be watching this system. And there we go, 93L. Winds at around 23 to 25 miles per hour. Central pressure at 1,012 miles millibars. You can see right here, very, very disorganized, as you can see right over here. Most of the shower thunderstorm activity is far to its west. The center is around somewhere right around here. And you can see most of the strongest thunderstorms are to its west. Still very, very disorganized. Still has a lot of organizing to do, as you can see right here. Most models do take it curving away from the Leeward Islands, moving to the north like it did for tropical Invest 92L, which is now tropical storm BRET. And most of the models do take it away from the Leeward Islands, moving north, as you can see right over here. Another model, this is the model intensity guidance. We do expect this to become a tropical storm, not even a category 1 or hurricane. We do, if this does develop, this might just be a tropical storm, as you can see right over here. Another model is talking about that. And we can look at the ocean temperature. We are above average ocean temps. 1 degree is above average where these systems are. There, here you go. Tropical storm BRET, and they go 93L. Invest 93L is still in some warm waters, as you can see right up here. So as it moves west, it will be encountering some warm waters. Just as it moves throughout the Caribbean, tropical storm BRET moves throughout the Eastern Caribbean. We are dealing with some dry air and some strong wind shear, as you can see right over here. I just showed you guys. But another model, you can see where tropical storm BRET is and Invest 93L. We are dealing with some warm waters, 27 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. That's about 83 degrees Fahrenheit. We are dealing with some very, very warm waters, as you can see right over here. And as it moves to the Eastern Caribbean, the waters do stay warm, as you can see right over here. Just a lot of wind shear and dry air that's going to dissipate the storm. I do not expect any further development as it reaches the Caribbean within the next couple days. If you look at windy, you look at the temperature. There goes Invest 93 92L right here. It goes developing new system that could develop to a tropical depression within the next couple of days. It is moving throughout some warm waters, and we have tropical storm Brett, the one and only, moving west, expected to impact the Leeward Islands briefly, not too intense, not as a hurricane as of right now, like it said it was earlier. But we do expect some tropical storm force winds throughout this area, the Leeward Islands and the Caribbean, within the next couple of days. Do not expect the hurricane to pass throughout the Caribbean due to we do have a lot of wind shear and some dry air throughout the Caribbean. So we do expect tropical storm Brett to move throughout the Caribbean. Maybe the remnant to go up to the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico as some very strong thunderstorm activity and some showers as remnants move throughout the northern tip, the northern islands. You can see right over here. So I thank you all for watching my video. This is Force Cyclone here. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be giving you guys the best updates throughout the Atlantic hurricane season. And I'll see you on the next video.